Hello, hello, hello. It's good to be back. We have got our mini catalogue starting today. I am so excited. I hope you all got your mini catalogues, and if you didn't get one from me and you were thinking you were, let me know, because I've sent out a lot and I'm just not sure now who's on my list, because I lost my big list that I had on the computer, so I had to restart again. So if you're waiting on a catalogue and you haven't got one, please let me know. I'm happy to post one out to you. I'm excited that our catalogue started today, and alongside our catalogue starting today, we also got our scrapbook brochure started today. Hi Tanya, that's exciting that started today. Plus we have 2 new kits starting today. So not only do we have our catalogue, our scrapbook brochure, 2 new kits, we've also got a class, which is awesome. It means the power's on. I hope everyone's got power now. I know a few people are still waiting for power to come on. Yeah, it's not fair that it has to be so long. That's all right, Tanya. If you're busy today, you're busy, sweetie. Hi, Heather. How are you? Good to see you on. You can always come back and watch the replay. But we're going to be using this gorgeous little house one today. I want to just share a little bit about it today with you. Hi, Susan. How are you? And it comes with a punch, not a die. It comes with a punch. So it's a good one. Now, Susan, I had a feeling you wrote up somewhere that you wanted me to share something. And because we had the BOGO sale on, I think it was during that time, I saw it flash past. I'm sure it was you, but I can't remember what it was. So if you did ask me or request, just message me what you requested, sweetie. I don't know. I've just got it in my head that it was you, unless I was dreaming. That's possible. Oh my God. Hello, Althea. Hello, Susan. Great adventure stamp set. I thought I saw you, I'm going to write it down. I thought I saw it come past and your name, but do you think I can remember what it was? It was probably my mind was thinking on a lot of different things. So I'm going to go through a little bit with this little house one today. It's so cute. Who has got their catalogue in front of them? Oh, if you turn to page 46, that is where we're going to be starting today, on page 46. And it's so nice to be able to open the catalogue and share this with you. And I love that you can do so much. I'm going to check yours. I have sent out a heap of catalogues. If you haven't got it yet, let me know and I will check when Kaz is in, as that she posted them all off and wrote down everyone's that was posted off. I will check with her. So I will check with you, Althena, I will check with you. I will check with Kaz for you. I think I told you the other day I'll check with her, and I haven't caught up with her yet because we've had no power, we've had no internet, we've had no nothing. But we're back on track. I love being back on track. So, yeah, great. So let's come down and get started today. Now, don't forget our catalogue starts today, our scrapbooking starts today. Our new 2 kits start today, and I've also put up September host code, so please make sure you use that if you're placing an order online with me. So we're going to use the Humble House. I'm just going to try to get this right so we've got no shadows here. Hopefully no shadows are happening. And this comes with a punch, so you can still buy it in a bundle and save you 10%. Now, people always ask me, what is the best way to use a punch on these images? And look, that's a tricky thing, but let's just do some stamping and some punching and have a bit of a play here before we even start making a card. Okay, so when you see the stamp that's only sort of got the bricks, you're sort of thinking to yourself, oh, what am I going to do with that? Like, how do I do that? And I know a lot of people ask that. So I'm going to come in, I'm just going to do some grey granite bricks this time. So I'm going to come in and do some grey granite brick. I think that's quite nice. Now when you actually push this into here, into your punch, you will see that you've sort of got like a border all the way around it, and you're sort of thinking to yourself, okay, how do I get that top bit done? So let's just punch this one out to start with. Oop. You get little windows and little love hearts also in this punch, and they always fly at me. And a little dot. Okay, so if you were going to make it look like snow, you could just leave it like that. You could just leave it white like that, and you could dribble some white ink and that down as snow. Okay, I'm just giving you some tips and ideas because I was going to do this in technique class last Monday, and because we didn't do our class, I thought I'll share it with you today as well a little bit. And if we don't get cards made up today, we'll get them made up tomorrow. So there is another piece that comes to this that you can actually stamp on as well. So you can line this up. And come down with this piece here, which is your roof bit. Okay, so you sort of can come in with this bit here. Let's just punch that one out. You're going to see you're going to have white around it again. Okay. And you sort of got the roof bit and you sort of got these white bits. Now, sometimes you don't like these white bits. You think, oh, I don't really like these white bits. So that can make it quite hard as well because, or not hard, but the easiest way then is to sort of come in and do a little bit of fussy cutting. So if you don't like the white bits, you can do a fussy cut. So let's come down with our grey. We might want to change the roof colour this time. You might want to come in with like an orangey roof. Let's just go this colour so that you can sort of see the two very different colours. Okay, so when you're lining this up, you're sort of holding your to the edge of the bricks. Okay, so if you can't see the bricks through the V part, then you know you sort of got it pretty well lined up. Then you might have a little gap like this and you think, oh, I didn't want that. You know, and that can sometimes be a little bit of a problem for you too. So, you know, that's just sometimes how it happens. So you've got to come down just that little bit further with your stamp and come in again. You'll only make the roof a little bit darker each time, but then it's not a hard one to fussy cut if you don't want the edges, the white edge. Okay, so it's just really cutting up the brick and along the roof line and then a chimney. And you can do these all different colours. So you can do them in red, greens, you can do them for Christmas colours. On the front of the catalogue, it's got a great lot. You can even do them with photos. So you can do a scrapbook page with them. So absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so personally myself, I'm always a sort of person that likes it like this. Unless I was going to do it like that for snow, then I would be quite happy with that. But I'm not a person that likes this. Okay, so this one is not my favourite because you get the, if you don't punch it correctly, you're going to get that odd white around it. This one is okay like that, and this one's okay like that because that's the one you've cut out. Now, how about if you cut one out as the V, that you can then, you know, you've sort of got a bit of, you can just do that one, and then you think, I've punched out one here, and you can put this now on top of this. So that looks good too. Okay, and if you don't like I said, if you don't like the white, just trim that bit of white off. Okay, if you don't like it, just trim it off. It doesn't have to be there. But that's another way. Punch out the house and then just trim across here. Or the other way you can do it is grab a strip like this and just add this into, see where the house bit goes here, straight across. Just line it up to that straight across bit and then punch. And then you've got your house already cut out. So you can do this two ways. Again, you can do it, make the house like this. Okay, so you can bring in the house looking a little bit different. I'm just going to use these little squares as windows. And you can do little square windows. Or you can cut the V and just do the V, and you can place it on top this way. So it gives you a depth. So there's different ways that you can use that. Now we have lots of other things in here as well. Let me just share the door and the windows in here for you. This is a solid stamp once again, and it's the door and the windows. Now this is if you're going to stamp out, let me just stamp it out here for you. Okay, so you will see, you'll get a door and the little squares to go in the windows are all on the one little block. Okay, so if you've got this little block here and you want to stamp those little squares in, whoop, I'm going to do it in here. You can just load up one. I'm just going to take that off there for a minute. Turn it around and just come down with your squares onto your window like this. Okay, so you can do it that way. You can do it this way, and I'm just going to do a strip. Do a strip. I've got little bits everywhere. And by doing a little strip, you can actually come in and you've already stamped them on. And you might feel that you're going to get a better white or a better window by coming in this way. Okay, so you might get your squares in a little bit straighter by doing it that way, but you can do it either way. You can come down onto your square, or you can do it the way I just shared with you. So we've got some windows happening here. Let's just keep putting some windows for a minute. So let's do this one. So we've got 2 little windows there. And then you can just have your door. Your door's easy to just cut out. Okay, fussy cut out. There's no punch for that, but you can fussy cut that out. It's got a little dot there for the handle, so you know which way it's going to go. Okay, so let's say we're building a house up. Okay. Let's go with I've got orange ones here, so I might pop this one on here because this is going to stand out on there. Just trying to find out what's going to stand out on what. And then you can put your windows in your house. Okay, and then you also can put, I'll just do a white love heart. You can also put a little light white love heart up there if you like love from our house to your house or something like that. So you can sort of see that. Now, what if you want to just do a chimney a different colour in cardstock? That's easy too. Let's grab a strip here. Okay, so I'm just going to now place this down on this line here on the house. So this line here on the on the house alongside the chimney. And say I want a different colour. So I'm just going to bring this up. Let's bring it onto this house here. So we want a different coloured chimney on here. You can see that it's going to, you're just going to mark, pull that across a little bit. Just grab my, I'm going to grab my pen. Grab my pen and just put a little line there and a little line there. And then I'm just going to grab my ruler and I'm just going to rule between, just likes to move on the glass mat sometimes, between this dot and that one. Okay, so you can sort of see what I just did then. And then I'm going to cut this. So you can add little bits of different colour to your house. So we've got a different coloured chimney now. That's going to go onto this bit here. Can you see how we've got a different colour there? So you can sort of see we can add different colours all the way around to add to your house. Lots of different ways that you can do this. Now, if you're going to put it onto a card, I would probably suggest that you sort of use one of your decal. This is the rectangle decal shape. It just gives you a bit of a shape that you can work within, and you're not trying to work on a huge big card because that sometimes can make it a bit daunting. But don't forget you can cut pieces as much as you like. You know, you might want the white windows on here, so you might go, oh, I want white windows on here. So you might take that off and you might just put the white ones on. Just once again, you're just going to ink up that little window, put it on the little square. And now you've got 2 white windows. You can do them however you want. And you've got your little door in there. You've got a different colour chimney. Now, what if you want a different colour V? How do you do that? How do you colour? All you do is you cut this out. Let me cut one. I won't cut through that. Let me share with that. Get that little love heart out. So if we want the different top bit, you're just going to come through and line that up, Teresa. Who worries about pinching their hand? I've pinched my hand from time to time and it's not nice. So if you want that, then what I do is I keep one of these, one that I've cut off, and you can change them around too. You can have the chimney on the opposite side too, but let's put it on the side that it's on at the moment. So if you want a different stripe in there, I'm done white this time, but just line these up because you're lining them up to the points of the house. So you can line them up to the point of the house, then just get your paper snips and you can just snip up to the V and then just snip down. So now you've got that nice little piece that you can put, let's take that one off, and you can put this one in over the top of that if you want to. Okay, so you can sort of see now you can do it that way. So this, and we'll put the green chimney back on there just for the moment, just so you can sort of see. Okay, so there's lots of little things that you can do with this house. I hope you can see. You can bring it up closer when you're watching it, but you can sort of see there's lots of little pieces that you can cut. So you can cut out your separate little houses, your separate little roofs. Use a template to do that. So bring in a template, you can cut out your windows. You can cut out full houses. So say you've got the bricks here and you want to change the roof line, the shape of the house, you can just bring in the roof, and you can also bring in a love heart up on the top of the roof if you want to. You know, you can decorate that up. So there's different ways you can do the roof line. You can also put a V. Have I got one here? You can just stamp out and do the white up the top, which is really lovely as well. You can use any colour cardstock, so you can get all your different pieces that you want by just cutting them up and making sure that you can put them together. Like I said, this is not my favourite, having the white edge, so I would personally trim this bit off, because for some reason it annoys me. And I don't know why. I just think, oh, that's not right. Okay, so you can cut that off. But I don't mind this, but I just don't like it on this one. So, but this one's got orange on it. Okay, so, and you can add your stamps on this down as well. So you can do your bricks in that one. Now that's one house. Okay, now we've got another little house in here as well. Let's just share that one. This one's a little bit different. Now, oh, this one's the full house. Now I'm going to turn it around and put it down nice and loose. And then I'm going to pick it up. Now, why am I doing that? The reason I'm doing that is because your photopolymer can stretch. It can stretch out a line. And when it stretches out a line, it can be quite frustrating because the house can move, okay? And then when you go to punch it out, it's not going to punch properly. So we're just going to, I've just got some grey granite ink and I'm just going to bring it up just a fraction, okay? It's quite a cute little house. Have a look at that. Isn't that so cute? Okay, and now we're going to grab our punch again and we're going to line it up. Now, lining it up so it's got the same sort of border all the way around. Okay, so make sure that you've got the same sort of border all the way around. When you squeeze your punch slightly, it will give it a bit of a grip that you can't pull your paper. So just hold it lightly until you get it where you want to have it. Check it out, make sure that it's all the way around, and then you've got your little house. Now this one I don't mind, and then you can colour this one the way you want it. So, you know, this one comes out of the punch really, really good. I love this one because it's got that little bit extra in there. But you can change this one around too. Because it's the same punch, you can come in and bring in a little bit of a different roof to it. So you can bring in a little bit of different roof to the stamp just to change it around a little bit. So you can mix and match. Where's my little V's? You can also bring in your little V's if you don't want that scalloped top up the top. You can just bring in and have your little V and put that over the top, and you can have that in a different colour as well. Okay. If you want to do a different door, I would stamp one out and cut that and make it a template so that you can just draw it, and then you can put the door over the top of it. So you can change this one up and dress it up as well. Okay. Did anyone find that helpful today? I know we didn't actually make a card today, but we will make cards with it tomorrow, with this stamp set tomorrow. But I really I really wanted to share all the different ways that you can use that punch and house in that mini catalogue, because if you have bought it or thinking about buying it, it can be like, what do I get out of that? You know, I only get 2 punches out of it, but you can see by what I've done, you get a lot more than 2 punches out of it. You can punch just your windows, you can punch just your hearts, you can punch your V parts, you know, you can punch out your whole house together, stamp both together. You can just stamp out your images, so there's just a lot that you can punch out. Tell me in the comments, was that worthwhile watching today? Did you find it interesting? And was it helpful? Well, thank you for watching me today, and we'll be back tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is Thursday, so we will be doing gift giving tomorrow night. Woohoo! And don't forget, I've put in the thing here, what's the name of the new kit that's come out today. One of them I'll put up. Don't forget to add your name to the comments. Don't be frightened. That's the way you get free tickets into my gift giving Thursday night. The first Thursday night of every month. So it's this Thursday night, tomorrow night, gift giving. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you got a little bit or a lot out of how to use your punch and your little house. This is gorgeous, the Humble House stamp set. God bless you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now. Don't forget kit class tonight if you're joining. We are on 7 o'clock. Make sure that you've paid and linked in. Okay, bye for now.